Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have an update video. So done a couple of videos since I announced that my car was broken. We've done a few things. We've also installed this Cusco strut bar, which has grown on me a lot and actually really like the look of that now. But we haven't announced what's going on with the turbo. So today, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Actually have a box here, or two boxes. So I've actually picked up my turbo. A lot of you guys were really supportive in the video where I announced basically that my turbo was blown, and everyone seemed to be of the same idea as Letitia and Alan at AK Racing and every other friend that I spoke to that just said, just spend the money and get what you really want. So this is what we got. If I spin this box sideways, or if I just look at it like here, you'll see it says Intense Turbo. So that's what we've gone with. But starting off, we've got our injectors. So we've got some, open this up, FIC 1200cc injectors. So yeah, I don't really want to open this stuff up too much, but it's got some connectors and the injectors themselves. I'm actually just not going to go ahead and put my dirty hands all over those. But yeah, you guys get the idea. So we've got some FIC 1200s, and yeah, they are going to allow us to make a little bit more power, even if I was keeping this GT Pump 712 turbo, which obviously I'm not. So now I've just made this really hard to put this cover back on. If I can just get this away. So we'll close this up. We'll try and keep the injectors nice and clean. And I'll put this box aside down there. So let's go ahead and open up the main box, the big box that I'm really excited about. So we've got a bunch of plastic, and yeah, there we go. That's a good idea. Just throw very expensive parts around. Always smart. Lucky that landed on the bubble wrap. So okay, first thing, we've got an Evo 10 filtered oil line kit with pre-installed restrictor. So we've got everything we need. So yep, there we go. Get rid of the rest of this plastic out of the way. Next part in the box is a TurboSmart wastegate. So I already have one of these. I actually have the 18 PSI. So as you can see, we're now going up to the 22. So the 18 was what my tuner originally told me to get for my stock turbo, but said would allow for a slightly bigger stock frame turbo. But now with this one, 22 pounds is the way to go. So we've got our TurboSmart wastegate there. And what else have we got? This really, really nice looking intake kit, I guess they call it. It's the RS Series Evo 10 compressor intake kit in 3-inch. So I believe I already have a 3-inch one of these. I actually have a spare one as well. So this is a third one, but everything new, everything from Intense is the way to go. So got the last thing. I'll put the box on the ground and we'll pull this turbo out. We're actually going to open it up. So, all right, so we have the turbo out of the box. So just cut the zip tie off this bag. So let's put this camera down. I want to get this out of the box, out of the bag, sorry. So we can get a good look at this. So there you go. This thing is going to be amazing. Okay, so here we have it. This is our Intense 5656 RS turbo. And I mean, just gonna have to make the dad joke, but yeah, it looks pretty intense. So actually want to give a huge thanks to Alan at AK Racing. I don't want to let this fall over. That's not going to fall. Huge thanks to Alan at AK Racing and Keith, of course. Those guys were really supportive when I sort of actually spoke to them. I sent them the video of the noise that my car was making, and they went over my options, and they actually said, look, you know, rebuild is probably your best choice of the stock turbo, of the 712 turbo that you already have. You know, told me how I could contact the guys at GT Pumps, and yeah, I got a price back, told them what that price was. They said it was actually cheaper than they expected for the rebuild, and said, look, that's probably what they would recommend doing. Obviously, they know this is the better turbo. This is what they push for their customers generally. 712, they say, is a little bit old school now. And while it's the cheaper stock frame option in Australia for Evo 10 turbos, I think it's, if you're in the US or any other country, it's basically the equivalent to the MHI 18K turbo, I believe, is what I've heard. So it makes a lot more power than stock, has pretty good spool, and is a great turbo. But this is a new turbo, an Australian company, and makes some amazing power. So this is what a lot of people are running these days and making, yeah, like I said, amazing power with it. Comes with everything you need. So we have our intake piping, like I said, our lines, and our wastegate. So this is the kit that it comes with. You can just buy the turbo just by itself, but I got the full kit, and obviously pick my injectors back up, and obviously the injectors. So this is what's going in the car. Now, unfortunately, AK Racing are booked solid at the moment. They're trying to sneak me in and get this done for me as soon as possible. I don't want to be, you know, annoying them and just hounding them, because I know they've got customers that are booked in. So I've just got to wait until my basically my booking. They've snuck me in when they can, but obviously I have the parts here, which I just picked up from those guys so I could film this video. It'd be great to just take the car there right now and say, yep, throw it in, have it done in a couple of days, and get the car back and get tuning. Unfortunately, they're just too busy, so which is a good thing. Obviously, you want a workshop that you go to, guys you deal with, to be busy. So I've just got to wait. It's going to be probably a month as of the filming of this video until I have the car back, I'm going to assume. But so yeah, like, I mean, I'm sure you can tell I'm pretty excited. Let's talk about what I'm expecting out of this setup. So currently, with my setup that I have the, like I said, GT Pump 712 turbo, one E85, tubular manifold, you know, full bolt-ons, basically everything done except for lower intercooler piping, which does not need to be touched, so I didn't bother. But everything else has been done other than cams. Obviously, like everything that's considered a bolt-on, I guess, including the turbo, makes 294 kilowatts of the wheels. And if you watch my launch video, it does 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds. Could probably do a little bit better even, but yeah, so pretty good power, pretty good number. Didn't get to actually run it at the quarter mile, which was actually planned, and I've missed now 2 of those sessions, which I was going to, but unfortunately didn't get to run it on this 712 turbo. So 294 kilowatts. So with this guy, I'm expecting to finally get into the ideal Evo 10 number, which is the 300 kilowatt club for in Australia anyway. What I always hear and what I always have wanted is what seems to be the ideal street Evo number, keeping it reliable, not pushing things too far where you're going to be worrying about it, because this is a daily driver after all. I drive this car to and from work every day, so I'm wanting to be making 300 kilowatts at the wheels safely and comfortably, not pushing anything crazy boost wise. So I'm aiming, I'm going to say it, I'm going to go for 310 kilowatts. That's what I want out of this. I know some friends with this turbo making a little bit less than that. I'm going to up the boost a little bit, still keep it safe, but I'm going to go for what I'm running now, which is 26 to 27 pounds of boost, rather than the 24 that I know Jamie, my friend, is running with his, and he makes 303 kilowatts. So he has a pretty similar setup. He has the same injectors, the same manifold, and then this turbo, just with like a different intake, different intercooler, but all upgraded parts. So I'll make that number guaranteed. 303 kilowatts, what he makes, I should make easy. I'm gonna chuck 3 or so extra pounds of boost into it at 27. I'm gonna go for 310 kilowatts of the wheels, which is like, I don't know, say 410 wheel horsepower. With this, I'm also going to aim for a mid 11-second quarter mile. So I'd like to get, my original goal with this turbo was to get into 11.7s. I'm gonna say with this, I want 310 kilowatts and I want to hit the 11.6 quarter mile. Now I may have to wait until it's a bit cooler. It's coming into summer here in Australia by the time I get this all done. So I may have to get that time, I may have to wait until it's, you know, a little bit cooler night and go there and hope to get that time. So for you guys who are saying that it's a low horsepower number I'm expecting, just maybe don't go off that and go off the quarter mile time I'm expecting. At the minimum, 11.7 seconds, more like 11.6. And I'm gonna go for a 3.4 seconds, 0 to 100, maybe better. So that's basically, I've probably rambled on for ages. That's the turbo, that's the numbers I'm expecting. As you can see, this thing looks really nice. And the sounds it makes as well is also a big step up. It has like a light whistle sound as you're coming on boost, whereas mine doesn't make anything. Letitia's Blausch Dominator Turbo does make a little bit of whistling sound. This one's slightly louder. So it's going to be a huge step up in every way. I've just got the gearbox built in this car. While it's down, if you watch my previous video with the strut bar, I'm finalizing my goal engine bay. I mean, it still blows me away. This is my engine bay as it is. This thing was stock when I bought it, and up until just before I started this YouTube channel, I still had the red plastic plastic engine cover over the valve cover. I just had some ugly looking intercooler piping. Intake was there, but it was an AEM intake, and everything was pretty stock looking. So I've sort of transformed this over that time, and now while the car's off the road, I figured let's finish it off. So yeah, I've got one more, well actually 2 more parts already ordered, 1 more that I'm trying to get my hands on. I'm not going to say what they are because who knows what's going to happen, but a couple more things that will basically finish this engine bay off. I want to be done with it. Yeah, I'm sure things will change slightly, but the bulk of what you see once this turbo is in and the car is tuned, that's going to be done, and I'm keen. So it's going to make the power that I want. It's got the gearbox built so it can handle the launches that I want to do. So the car's getting so close to being my perfect build of an Evo 10 daily driver. So I know I was pretty disappointed in the original video about this turbo, about my turbo braking, sorry. But now I'm kind of looking at it as a positive. So yeah, probably going to be a couple more videos after this of some other parts getting installed, some stuff with Letitia's car, some cruisers, stuff like that. But once I have this car with the turbo in and I'm picking it up, I'm not going to be able to get it tuned when it gets installed. I'm going to just do a remote tune with Beeble, I think. Haven't organised that with him yet, but AK Racing aren't able to tune me for quite a while yet. I've got a dyno coming in and it's not going to be quite in, so I'll pick the car up, I'll film a video, it'll be on a run-in tune with the new injectors, or a base map, sorry. And then, yeah, I'll talk to you guys more about it then. But for now, there's gonna be more videos, like I said, on some other things, for Letitia's car, for this car, some cruisers, stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. And that was just basically me standing in front of a turbo, pointing at it and talking. But I thought it was I thought it was a video worth making to update you guys on what the plan is. So yeah, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know down in the comment section, what do you think? Did I make the right choice going for this? Before anyone suggests why didn't I get a 6266 or something huge non-stock frame, so I did have someone ask me that in a comment. Just not what I want out of the car. I want something responsive that I can daily drive, that's reliable, safe horsepower for the stock engine. So that's why I went with this option. And yeah, any other comments you have though, leave them down below. If you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel. Would appreciate that. Keep it going. Let's get to 10,000 now. We've got the 7,000, 7.5, and then 10. Those are the next numbers to aim for. So yeah, I'll end it there. Thanks as always for watching, guys. And until next time, I'll catch you later.